What up, gamers? How's it going? We are live on Thursday for a good old league. Let me post on the socials. Whoops. I gotta take a screenshot real quick. Let me grab that. Don't worry, don't worry about one thing right now. Oh my gosh. Is this good content? I can't tell. Oh my gosh. Oh, I should have started the music. If I started the music, then it would be good content. There we go. Okay. So there's that. And then I put the go over to here. And I go to there. And I put that in. And there we go. And there we go. First, good content for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Ooh. I feel something in my back about to give. No. Oh well. It was a good stretch. Anyway, it's Thursday. You know what that means. It's Legacy League time. Gonna put in my entry fee and then we'll hang out for a little bit while people show up. This is a list I kind of just threw together. I mean, it's like I cut the void mirrors just because I have a 2K that I'm going to on Saturday, so I kind of want to play a list that's at least close to the list I want to play then. And so the two void mirrors just became the fourth disruptor flute and the second surgical extraction. There's a lot of things I could do. We'll probably I'm sure I'll make a last minute change on the day, but the big thing is I wanted to bring Canoptech Scarab Swarm back into the main deck, both because I think it's just like there are a lot of matchups where you need something that just like makes a game explode in the way that Scarab Swarm can, especially against like Delver. Weirdly, Tron actually has a really hard time just like dealing with a bunch of 1/1 flyers that don't have a color. Because Ugin can't deal with those. Some lists have a Karn, have some stupid Edge of Eternity's spaceship card that like wraths the board in their Karn wish board sometimes. But that's not super consistent, and you know, Scarab Swarm plus Flute on Karn could do a lot, you know. So we're gonna try that. I cut the second Emperor Bones in the main deck. The first copy is nice since you still can recruit for it at times. I don't really love only having one, but I don't really know where to find the room. The only other card I could think of was like cutting like the third Skyclave. I could also see only having 3 flutes in the sideboard and playing like the fourth White Orchid in the side, something like that. I'm not sure, but those felt a little too wacky. But I do like this removal suite at the very least. I like this removal suite. At least 2 graveyard hate spells. The second surgical can just be nice, and then Disruptor Flute just keeps being really good in a lot of problematic matchups. So we'll give it a few minutes and then we'll hit the leagues. Every time I'm trying to like fit one of these cards in here, it's funny how tight an 80 card deck feels. It's just like so hard. It is a paper event. Yep. All right, it's gonna do it. All right. What do we got? I'll keep this. Not a flawless hand, but flooded strand, huh? Could be anything. Do I want to play Felia or Stoneforge? I think I'm gonna go for Felia first. Okay, I think this is probably a Jeskai deck. They shuffled off of the Ponder. I will flash in Felia. It'll hopefully eat a removal spell. Not yet. I mean, I'll take it. Okay, we'll play Stoneforge then. The Stoneforge is almost certainly getting Sworged. I think I will just I'm gonna get Sash here. Okay, sure. I didn't expect that. Okay. They needed to Lorien revealed. Got it. Well, it's cool. Now I guess I'll Meteor Sword. Prismatic ending on the Stoneforge. Yeah, okay. Land would be nice. Sick. We are cooking now. I am gonna get a Witch Enchanter here because I kind of just want to make sure I don't miss any land drops. My hand is extremely full of stuff, so they don't have an instant for okay. Core Cell Cutter. They don't have an instant for flow state is what I was gonna say. So this is just getting one card. Okay, I will take 2. Yeah, that's... Now I just get to kill the cutter with this, which is pretty cool. Unless they have a force. If they force this, I'm pretty happy with it. Cool. I'm just gonna get my other Witch Enchanter. I can do this all day. Plow on the Witch Enchanter. You got it. Is that going to be a flow state? Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Plateau. That's crazy. Prismatic ending on Felia. Okay. Okay. All right. Another Solitude. Okay. I think that I just want to pitch this. Actually, no. Okay. I'm going to play Witch Enchanter or Witch Bless Meadow. I don't need it untapped. I will cast Stoneforge. I'm going to get Formal Wear. And then I think I'm going to... I guess I just sorcery speed this Felia. And now I don't have to discard and I can just pass. I have protected Felia up, 3 Solitudes I can cast if I need to. Tameo is fine. I will just Solitude the Tameo now. What is this? Wrath of the Skies for 2? Sure. $100 deal. There's 2 instants. Yeah, I'll play. I guess. I think I should actually just Wastelands the Plateau. Yeah. Like on my phone for 1 sec. Yeah. Yeah. Once they. That was probably as bad for them as a Wrath of the Skies could be in this matchup. They turned on a Formal Wear that they knew about. I bounced my Felia so it didn't die, and they killed their token so that they weren't putting any pressure on me anymore. They haven't drawn any cards yet. Okay. Okay, so I just get to do this then. One, two, three, four, five. See if we hit a card off of. Oh, I will mill that since I have the second Formalware in my yard. Or second Formalware in my hands. I'm gonna mill this or blink this. Oh my god, I can't use any of the right words. And I will play Lion's Ash. And then what is this getting? Yeah, sure, I'll get a Scarab Swarm. All right, cool. Okay, what do I want to do here? These White Orchid Phantoms stink. I think I would rather have Wrath of the Skies. I also want this Prismatic Ending. Maybe I want Disruptor Flutes over like the second Formalware, maybe. Maybe it could be something more, maybe something like this. We'll try that. This works. Broken. Gracchus, Plow, Thoughtseize. I'll take Thoughtseize. Okay. What do I want to take here? I guess I just take the flow state. Yeah, I'll take the flow state. It's an argument for just killing the Solitude there, honestly. You go for Stoneforge first. Okay. All right, now we just have to draw Meteor Sword. They'll never see it coming. They find a Tundra. See, this is the thing. They can't even like leave the Stoneforge around. They just have to kill it anyway. So what did the dress down do? Ooh. Happy Thursday to you as well, friend. Ooh. Let's go for the recruiter since I know they have the plow, but I am going to wasteland that tundra that they just got. What? That's cheating. Is this a Murktide? I can deal with the Murktide. All right, I just have to find a card. I'm just gonna pitch a card I don't want. Um, this doesn't feel like a Lion Sash game, so I'll get rid of Lion Sash. I know they can't force it because their last card in hand is a Swords to Plowshares. So okay. Just don't hit a land is kind of what I'm hoping for here. Or if you do hit a land, don't go for the Tameo flip. They do hit a land, and they are going for the Tameo flip, which is correct, but I'll be upset about it. Oh, bummer. Okay. What? Okay. Trying to figure out what our best path to not losing is. The Felia doesn't stop this Tameo from ulting. Yeah, Felia flips Overlord. I mill 4. I pick up something, but I pick it up in my end step. For the same reason, I don't think Yorion is really it. So I guess I'm just holding up Solitude, but probably casting Felia and then trying to surveil lands into something that stops the Tameo, whether it's a Flute or a Skyclave or whatever. I have a lot of hits because Recruiter also works at least. So I guess my opponent has used 3 plows now, so I don't even have to be worried about instant speed removal. Or not, I don't have to be as worried about instant speed removal. So is this another Murktide? It is another Murktide. Okay. So I think I'm actually not supposed to, sir. Or no, I guess. Well, I guess no, because if they have if they have instant speed removal, it doesn't matter whether because they are not going to cast it until next turn anyway. So yeah, we can surveil here. I was overthinking it. They draw. Okay. They might think do they have Bowmasters in my deck? Maybe. What does that do? I guess I want to keep it because it's one of my better draws. But I guess right now I'm assuming my opponent does not have the 4th plow in their hands. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I probably just can't beat 4th plow, and that's fine. Cool. And now that I have that trigger, I can bounce this Lavinia so that the Felia doesn't get blocked. Hey, Beverjack, how's it going? All right, we have impended Overlord the hard way. Okay. That's so good for me. Holy shit. Yes, please congratulate my wife for getting into her nuclear medicine program at school. She worked really hard for it this year, and I'm so proud of her. It's a requirement. Congratulate her or you're banned. I don't mean that, except I do mean that. Okay, so I am going to Stoneforge for both of my remaining equipment here. Going to get Meteor Sword, and we will go to combat. So Overlord's going to attack the Tameo to kill it. The other two attack the opponent. Felia flickers the Stoneforge. I milled my formal. Where's the 4th card? No. First time chat to say congrats does in fact go crazy. Well, that's a bummer. I can't believe I milled my formal. Where's the 4th card? That's so bad. It's probably fine, but it's very annoying. Mountain. Is this going to be 4th Aerlingus? That's why I have this Wrath of the Skies. That's Wrath for 5. Whoa. Okay. I will. I mean, that's why I didn't cast my Recruiter here, to be totally honest. So 1 lands and I get to cast Meteor Sword and flicker it? Not quite. Damn. What do I want to get here? I guess I just get a Witch Enchanter. I'll play it as lands. I don't really want to get a Stone Forge. I've killed 2 Murktides so far. They usually have like 3-ish. I guess I'll just get Scarab Swarm, so I have no matter what, I can make a huge board. I still don't know why that's here, but okay. It's turn 10, and they only have sorcery in their yard. They've milled 3 or they've exiled 3 swords, and they haven't found a brainstorm yet. So I've killed a Tundra. I know they at least have a plateau. This might be Meteor Sword time. Maybe not. I'm only even questioning it because I would really like this fetch to get a Surveil land at this stage of the game. But I think that might just be greedy. I think I should just I have 3 vistas left. Yeah, so I should get the scrub land here. I think I'm going to go for both planes, but I'm not certain about that. I guess we'll see if this even resolves. Brutal. Let's get another recruiter this time. What is going on top? Flow state. Okay. I could recruit for an Emperor of Bones to hit that consign to memory out of their yard. I might be playing this a little too safe, but I really just don't want to commit too much to the board against Wrath of the Skies. That's why I want to like keep my Scarab Swarm around is what I really mean by that. So and this is once again mana that lets me bounce Felia and cast it if they cast some kind of board wipe of some sort. I'm just gonna get a Solitude now so that I have something that I can like proactively cast as a threat without committing on my main phase. Yep. Another 1-card flow states. I'm wondering if my opponent boarded out Force of Will. This looks like a Wrath of the Skies. So I won't take 2. I just don't even know what to get anymore. I'll just get Emperor Bones, whatever. I will exile. They still don't have an instant. I'll exile one of the Wrath of the Skies, I guess. I'll put that Skyclave in my hands. I maybe could just put a couple overlords. Oh my god! But like, I also don't want to mill myself out when this keeps happening. I have 1 card left. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is. I'm just gonna start casting Solitudes. I will get. I don't even fucking know. Lauren, I guess. We have not seen 4th this match, but we might be seeing it right here. I think we are seeing it right now. 4th for 8. All right. Let's just get this over with. Shuffle off the ponder. The first brainstorm cast on turn 15. They're down to 18 cards in their library, and we have not seen a single force. I'm pretty sure they boarded them out. Sure. Whew. All right. They Murktide wasn't going to be big enough to kill me, right? Because when you have 5/5, they got pumped up to a 6/6, and I have four toughness worth of blockers, and I have what five? I had 5 life at that point. Yep, they do fly. Like, so it's very funny to me that a lot of people like think like thought Skyclave has flying, but they don't think that Scarab Swarm has flying. Like those obviously have flying to me, and it's funny the like how much people get messed up the other way with Scarab Swarm because people are shocked it has flying against me in paper all of the time, and I don't get it. This is an awkward prismatic vista hand, but I think we can try it out. It's got a turn 1 vial. I'll fetch a plains. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, okay, so I am playing as Affinity, sure. I'm not reading that. Steam vents. Whoa. Am I playing as the modern deck right now? So this would... Yeah, they can turn off my wasteland. I don't really care. I'm not using it anytime soon, so... Is this a what's it called? Metallic Rebuke? Yeah. Okay. This doesn't smell like a wasteland deck to me. That can make colorless 2 different ways. That's kind of funny. Felia or Recruiter? I'm gonna get Recruiter because I just don't really know what to expect right now. And I can use my wisp to flip the overlord. Emery. I have a plan for that. Get to learn a little bit more. Urza Saga, Tormod's Crypt, some more baubles. Sure. I guess they can spell bomb if they want to, but I'm not really that worried about it. Is this another rebuke? If it's another rebuke, I'm glad I got this out of their hands. Let's just draw a Caracas. Not quite. So what? Their Emery can get a bauble right now. I guess I could just swarm. Get 5 tokens off of it. Yeah, I'll do that. Sick. All right, got a lot of cards to bring in here, that's for sure. But I don't have a lot to board out. Will be, I guess I don't even know what I'm playing against, so I shouldn't. I'm gonna board in the Wrath of the Skies, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna cut an Emperor, a Phantom, and I guess maybe a Thought Seize. I suspect if I'm cutting anything else after this, it's gonna be Thought Seize. But I don't want to overboard when I really don't even know what my opponent's doing. I know they're an Emery deck. I assume they have like Cannoneers in there somewhere, but we didn't see oh, what's it called? We didn't see Pinnacle Emissary yet. I don't know. We'll see. But importantly, if this deck can do any of the things that I hope that it can't, Thoughtseize isn't going to be good against those anyway. This has a Wrath of the Skies, so I'm keeping it. It's a little slow, but okay. What do you hit? Okay, they do have Memory Guardian. Caracas, Plow, one of those? Nope. Okay. Not sure if I'm supposed to Thought Seize or Vial here. Oh yeah, GG's Existential Dread. You're going from your Merciful Sweater. Yeah, I think I had enough toughness in play to block the trample there, but I figured that's what you were going for once you cast all the brainstorms. I'm gonna go for Thoughtseize first. Okay, there is Pinnacle Emissary. Can they warp Pinnacle Emissary? I've never actually had that come up because I usually Emery does not usually live when I'm playing against it, but it will this time. Yep, there's that. Is warp from hand? Okay, cool. So they have 3 artifacts. They can't quite cast Memory Guardian, so they're going for... Interesting, they're going for the Tormod's Crypt over the Lotus Petal. Okay, they have a Guardian in hand, okay. Alright, so... I think the play here is we Wrath for 0. We kill everything that isn't these 2 cards. They have an island and a Lotus Petal, so they still have this bauble. Obviously, is going to get cracked, but I think we just have to start by setting them back as much as possible, and then we'll figure out what's next after that. If we draw like a Plow or a Solitude to kill the Memory Garden, then that can help. They know about my Felia. They exile my graveyard. That doesn't really have much. That's okay. All right, they have the Spellbomb too. Yeah, but they can't do a ton with it, so... I guess the Spellbomb, if they get into second mana into play, they could Spellbomb loop my Stoneforge, so I wouldn't be able to count on Stoneforge from Meteor Sword stabilizing. Urza's Bauble, okay. Get me something good, Overlord. I need it. Solitude. That is what I'm talking about. I also kind of want that Witch Enchanter, but I definitely have to take this Solitude. I'm going to pitch this on the Emery. Oh, right. Duh. Definitely not the game for me to draw no lands, unfortunately. I take Meteor Sword, but I know they can just Spellbomb lock my Stoneforge. So we're probably just going to game 3 at this point. Oh, they can also just, yeah, they can go for Kappa Cannoneer. That's also good, I guess. Where's Battle of Bywater when you need it? Yeah, we can just go to the next game. I'm going to bring in some Erodes. I am going to trim another White Orchid just because I have Wrath of the Skies for that killing Urza Saga effect, and I don't really want it for anything else. I'm going to trim the second Formal Wear, I think. This is also not a great Skyclave matchup. I might go back up to the 4 Thoughtseizes. I could also see bringing in some flutes instead of Thought Seizes for things like Emery. But I think I will roll. I'll roll with this. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, this works. It's a pretty good hand. Opponent's mulling to 6. Where's Paradise Mantle when you need it? Oh man, what a banger. Shadow Spear. You got it. All right. You're in check. Mm-hmm. Dismember, maybe? Yep, Dismember. I will probably Wrath for 1 here. Yeah, I'll Wrath for 1. Boo. Okay. Then I will Witch Enchanter the Urza's Saga on this turn. Or I could just Wrath for 1 again. Yeah, I'll Wrath for 1 again. I will keep that. Go ahead and grab the Formal Wear so they can't dismember this one. Cool. Good start, good start. So Scarabs weren't immediately pulling its weight. I've been very torn on it for a while. I feel like it might legitimately be good for the first time in a while. Um, between Tron and I think it's also quite good against Delver. It also is also just, will make a board explode like it did against Jeskai. Um, but I also think it's probably a lot better on average in paper anyway than it is online. So I think it's still in my deck box actually from the last time I played paper. So I haven't played it against Tron yet because I only play against Tron in challenges when I haven't been playing it. But I have at least seen I've seen what happens when you Scarab Swarm for like 5-ish tokens against a colorless deck that mostly wins through Ugin and Karn. Um, and they don't do that great against it because they can't actually they just can't really deal with flyer with colorless flying tokens. There's like an Edge of Eternity spaceship that like wraths the board when it comes into play. That's one of the better things they can do to answer it, but it's not in every Karn board. We're gonna keep this. Thank you for the congratulations for her, not for me. Okay. It's feeling like a meteor or if they had a smallpox, it's gonna really suck though. I'm gonna go for formal wear. Guess how many new cards are entering Legacy when the set drops, including Commander? I don't. It's probably like 800, and I just don't want to know. Please don't tell me. Nice. Sure. $681. That number is so fake. I am so upset at how close I was just throwing 800 out there. Okay, fine. I should have gotten Lion's Ash, apparently. Yeah, I'm gonna guess Ash. If I got a Cauldron, it would be pretty good if I got a Cauldron. They find Inquisition of Kozilek. Whoa. And the Besagio and Wasteland. They said Besagio and Wasteland in their hands right now. That's pretty nice because now I can exile the loam without committing the sash, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna hold the Caracas, I think, since I know that my opponent has Wastelands in their hands. Hi, Sybil. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're having a swell time. They milled the Bayou. Okay. So Beseiju, Wastelands, and then who knows what else. What is this? Witherbloom Charms. They're going to sacrifice Hatchery and draw 2. Okay. These tokens do have flying, yes. um, okay, that's a nice draw. I'm going to exile the Hatchery and I'm going to attack. If they block, I'm totally fine with that. Exposing the Caracas here because I can either Formula back the Emperor or I can cast the Thalia. Thank you for putting Recruiter into my graveyard. I'm just gonna do this now. Thank you. I'll get a Skyclave, I guess. Yeah, like I Skyclave the needle on Vile and then the game explodes. I mean, they can besiege you my Vile, but like, yes, please besiege you my Vile, you know? Wasteland, I assume that's going to hit the Caracas. Yes, it does. Wow, unlucky. Yep. Take it. I just want a basic. I don't really care about the surveil value there. It's funny you ask both of those questions. I only play Legacy and I only play Death and Taxes. I am a sicko for both. I have Death and Taxes was the first deck I played in Legacy back in 2012, and it will probably be the last one that I ever play. they reveal an Urza Saga. Look, that was I did really have fun playing fairies. I can't pretend like I didn't. Um, it's Bayou, Wasteland, Beside You. Okay. Hmm. I'm definitely tagging with Recruiter. Am I tagging with the Skyclave? I guess I probably am. I have so many plows. So like if they just go for a double block on the Skyclave, then that's totally fine. Because I can do that. Yeah, cool. I can do that while still holding up Felia and the second plow. I think Legacy is a lot of fun. I think there's a Tron deck going around right now that's a little bit smelly, but um, oh, I should no, I should put a Sash in right now. I should have done this before, but I will do it now. Caracas. Okay, cool. Then I wasn't going to be able to Felia this turn anyway, so I feel very smart. They discarded the Wastelands to the Mox Diamonds. They moved the Skateboard to the Insect token. So they'd be making 3/3 Saga constructs right now. I could Skyclave the Skateboard and make it a 2/2 construct. Or I could just attack with let me think. So if I Skyclave the Mox, I attack with everything. So it ends up if I Skyclave the Mox, they make a 2/2 construct, they attack with everything, or I attack with everything. I have that wouldn't be lethal because I would need 2/2 power. Or yeah, because they could trade with the Skyclave and chump with the Recruiter and go to 1. But I think that is still the right play here. Mm-hmm. And if I plow the construct token right now, then that doesn't really gain me anything. So yeah, I'll just attack and see how they block. Skyclave skateboard. Skyclave skateboard. They gain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would have been lethal, actually. That would have been Xaxes, yeah. Um, they I think they forgot the reason they were blocking the recruiter, or no, they still have the Besaju. I forgot about the Besaju. All right, I'll exile the Besaju. I forgot about that. So they have a Bayou in hand. So actually, I didn't have lethal then because of that. So we did not make a mistake. Planes to hold up. I guess I could, if I planes to cast the plow right now, does that do anything? It would let me save my Stoneforge. I guess I'm probably going to have to do this next turn anyway, so I might as well do it now. So they take 3, they get a 1/1, and now I can pass. We get to see what else is in their saga package. We've seen Needle and Skateboard already, and Mox Diamond, although I'm guessing they have a bunch of those. We'll see if they have another one. Spell Bomb. Okay. That makes sense. Goodbye, my graveyard. It was nice knowing you. Mm-hmm. Stoneforge for my Meteor Sword, kill the construct, attack with these. They have to chump and they'll go to 2. I can do that while also thought seizing them. Yeah. Okay, cool. Happy to go to that. Kill the... Okay, they're over it. Sick. All right. I like this matchup, and it feels even better post-board. So, looking at some number of these, I don't know what, but I'm definitely cutting the thought seizes. Those can get the hell out of there. Skyclave is kind of mid, so I think I can shave 1. I actually like cutting meteors. Actually, we didn't see smallpox, right? Because one thing I've liked is cutting meteor swords specifically against smallpox, because it's basically always going to be the card that you discard, and the games tend to be such low resource games where that like you aren't really counting on your Stoneforge untapping. But if they don't have smallpox, then I'm less sure that I want to be cutting meteor sword. I think I can... What do I want to get rid of? Most of the deck is just good in this matchup, is part of the problem. I guess this is another case where I can cut one of the white orchids because I have Wrath of those guys. Maybe even more than one, but I'll start with one. Why is there a mosquito in the house? That's a good question. I think they should get the hell out. Resto Kiki, thank you so much for the follow. I played that in Modern back in the day. Since I'm boarding in like all sometimes I'll trim. I guess what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna trim one Felia and one Overlord just because Felia I think is difficult to use for the same reason that Meteor Sword sometimes can be. It's just like the games are low resource and you don't have a lot of mana to like actually use Felia all that well. And I'm probably boarding in a decent number. I'm cutting like 4 creatures for all non-creature spells. So I'm not keeping all of these. Maybe I do something like this. Um, I could also see just doing one surgical and keeping the flute. Um, I'll go for this. Oh, did I click that in time? I really hope I clicked that in time. I did not realize I was almost out of time. Okay, I got it. Phew. I was not paying attention to the time at all. That was close. Well, this hand sucks. Let's get a different one. I think I have to keep it, but I don't like it. I'm gonna put back the recruiter. This hand is extremely wastelandable. But if I draw merely a prismatic vista, everything is fixed. Even, I guess, really anything that fetches a basic swamp, which I guess is 2 cards, or it's flats or vista. Their skateboard's gone, and they hit nothing with that. They have of course they have an Urza Saga. Oh, Delta Verdant. I'm gonna have to fetch a non-basic here at this point, so I might as well surveil to find my next lands. I can't keep that. I really need lands too badly. There we go. I'm really not sure I wanted to get a swamp there, but I don't really want to put myself in a situation where I can't cast my Overlord, so. There's their Delta. Can I just draw a Wrath of this, guys? That'd be really cool. No. I don't hate that, but... So they can make a 2/2. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this tapped. I'll exile. I want to keep the skateboard in their yard because it's not going to matter for them, but it might matter for my Scarab Swarm. Keep a card on top. No, they're Mox Diamonds. Okay, there's the bitter. That goes. Okay. I am asking you very nicely to not have a removal spell. I asked nicely. I asked nicely. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ooh. Okay. Oh my god. I didn't think I'd get this far. Sure. Yeah. I got my trigger. I don't care. I can do this again. I got an overlord in my hand. Hell, I have a formal deal. Cool. That's not good against me. Wrathless guys, Wrathless guys. Ooh, baby. Let's start with that. And just don't have Witherbloom charm, I guess. We will save the energy. I guess I know that one of their cards, yeah, it would have to. I mean, if they go for it, then if they block with all of these tokens, then that's fine too, right? Oh, it's just another Bowmaster. Yeah, I don't care. This hatchery is a bit of a ticking time bomb. I have to close this game soon, but they drained me and then picked up a wasteland. Sure, I guess. Yeah, I guess a way to end this game soon is going to be to just Overlord Felia. Obviously, this they can besage you it, but like, okay, that's fine. um, I don't want a White Orchid the hatchery. I guess I'll get Stone Forge. Really not sure what to get here. Oh, never mind. I'm getting Ember. Woo. I totally overlooked that they milled a loam with the Witherbloom commands. So never mind. I know what I'm doing. Phew, I'm glad I checked that. Oh, right. They can do this. Okay. So I need to find Wrath of the Skies this turn. I'm cooked. Um, or what's it called? Scarab Swarm. Thank you. That's like actively helpful for me. All right. Overlord, can you find it? You have one job. I will take that for now, I guess. I'm so close to having lethal. um no. Uh I'm not dead. I can formal wear White Orchid Phantom, kill their Urza Saga. That negates one of their blockers. I Solitude pitching Felia on my Overlord to gain 5, go up to 6. And I'll keep my Wasteland untapped just in case. And if I draw a land, I can recruit for I guess if my opponent attacks all, it doesn't even matter because then they're just dead. So they have to have drawn like a Bowmaster or something to kill me. Otherwise, they are literally dead on board, but we'll see what happens. All right, cool. Got him. But if I drew a land, then I could recruit for a Scarab Swarm and stabilize that way. If I didn't have lethal on board when they weren't playing around it. Claymore 1, hello. Thank you so much for popping in. I mostly play Moto, but only out of circumstance. I prefer playing paper. I just don't get as many chances to play. But I am going to a 2K this weekend, and I'm very excited for that. But either way, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. Perfectly fine hand. Tundra. Okay. Mill a days. Okay. I have no idea. I guess since I have two Felias, I should just let this Felia get dazed or plowed or whatever. Got it. Okay. That's what's happening. It is the stifle. Okay. Then do you have another one? Okay. Well, sure. The thing is, I'm gonna be fine. But that is annoying. I'm gonna be very fine. Be very happy for this to get dazed. Don't really care if it gets plowed. Yeah, cool. If they go to cast their Riddler, I will kill it. A force, pitching stifle. Okay, good. No, they got the third stifle. I will cast my Felia, I guess. Maybe I should have known that. No, actually, I think this is right. Get a Solitude. That Formal Wear is not going to do anything anytime soon. Go ahead and kill the Riddler. I get to do this while they're tapped out. What am I actually getting here? Um, let's go Stoneforge. I didn't want to cast the Vial into a potential daze. Let them pick up the Meticulous Archive. Of course, they drew another Wastelands. Whatever. Sure. Yeah, now we'll cast Vial. I'm not going to attack into a potential Felia here. Oh, well, if that's just the third plow, then it's not very likely that they have a Felia as their last card. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, cool. Kill the Riddler coming in. UBDC. No, thank you. Another wasteland? Oh, gosh. I hope that wasn't too loud. Can you chill out with the wastelands, please? Oh. Now we get Felia. That's fine, because this Stoneforge is going to get a formal wear. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I guess wait. I will probably... Right, because if... I guess maybe I should try to Meteor Sword Felia in upkeep. But I think I would rather wait until they have an actual payoff is the thing, so... No, it's a very different deck. I mean, it looks a little bit similar, but it's like basically Felia and Quantum Riddler is the main thing this deck does, and then since you since there's reasons to play Stifle and Consign to Memory for your Quantum Riddlers, it just kind of turns into a tempo deck. Is what the idea is basically. Yeah, they're a tempo deck. I'm a control deck. I will not define tempo. I'm sorry. I can't. I simply can't. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna chill here. There's probably something like reasonably good I could do proactively here, but it's also pretty fine to just do this. We have found the fourth Stifle. I should have gone to combat first. Yeah, only the consigns left. They're kind of flooding out, which is good for me. Lion Sash doesn't do much. Doesn't do nothing, but... At some point, I should probably just play this Overlord already, but I keep finding, like, reasonably unembarrassing things to do with my mana instead, and since I would have to just put something into play that immediately gets wastelanded, I kind of just want to wait as long as I can. That's good. Felia? Sure. I guess I probably should have waited, yeah. Waited till their upkeep for Hardcast Force of Will. Blink my vial, I dare you. Hmm. I'm gonna do this now so that I can use this wasteland for days potentially if I need to. And now once this is resolved, I will go ahead and use it here. Maybe I was supposed to waste their waste actually, so I can finally safely fetch there. But whatever, they're over it as they should be. We'll bring in Erode and Containment Priest and Prismatic Ending. This is not a White Orchid Phantom matchup, and that's probably it. Yeah, that's it. Can't keep that one. Opponent is also mulliganing to 6. Bleh. What am I playing against again? I've already forgotten. Oh, right. This is basically the most wastelandable 5-card hand I've ever seen. Oh, this Lauren should not be in my deck. Whoops. I need to cut that. Okay, I can keep this. Put back a Solitude and a Vista. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Not getting stifled. I'm fetching a basic swamp right now. Casting this vial. So, suddenly Jamie felt sick and didn't know why. Thoughts on the mono white floor fully list. So I see the reason to play them. I think if you're expecting to play against a lot of Tron specifically, then the mono white list certainly there's certainly a lot of good reasons to play it. I don't really like them. I'm a little stubborn about it. I just think that like Felia is a lot worse in those lists. Um Felia is a lot worse in those lists. They also I just feel like they really don't have without having Overlord or something like Overlord, they just don't really have the engine that you need, you know? This Felia is basically never doing anything, so I'm just gonna try to trade with it. Cool. Yeah, I don't know why this Triumph is here. Not gonna lie, I have no idea. going to bring back my Fellia with this. I really do not care about getting attacked by a 5/5 lifelinker. Sure. Have you seen blue sideboards the past 5 years? It happens. I mean, I guess that's true. Let's put a Yorgon in the hands. That might have been wrong. Maybe I was supposed to. I was probably supposed to hold on that because now if I want to cast a road, it will get it can get dazed, but I think I'm just gonna not cast it this turn and it'll be fine. The Stoneforge is probably gonna get plowed based on what's going on right now, or could get stifled, I guess. Oh yeah, Katie's in play. Hey, remember when you were criticizing me for double negatives? Do I just slam Yorion here? I feel like I should not do that. It is a little bit tempting, but I think that's just way too risky when I have a vial taking up anyway. Annoyingly, I really don't want to erode here because my opponent's stuck on mana. I probably have to erode Triumph at this point. Yeah, I guess I'll do it upkeep or whatever. Actually, how many basics do these lists play? It's been a while since I played against one. I'm sorry, I have to kill you, Katie. I don't want to. I don't want to. Two island, one planeswalker. That is true. All right. My opponent has a normal amount of clues. I'm a little worried about this game, I'm not going to lie. I wonder if maybe I was supposed to just, if I chump block the Triumph here, then I would have been able to just put Stoneforge in my yard to formal wear it. Yes, please. That is the exact kind of thing I want right now. No, I would much rather do something that doesn't involve my Yorion getting stifled, that also gets stifles out of their hands. So I wanna draw that recruiter and cast it. Maybe I was supposed to. Okay, they're just over it. I was just thinking. Static is pointing out something. I was just thinking is that I could just waste. I could have once they used the first stifle, I probably should have wasted this Tarn and then Yorion in response to that. But doesn't matter. Opponent's over it. They can still stifle the return. Not if we're returning in our hand on our turn. If I was doing that, I would be. Um. Oh sure. Oh sure. Yeah. I would need to do the double wasteland play that Static is actually saying. And I guess if we assume that they only have 2 basic islands, then that's a reasonable line, yeah. I would just need to make sure that I wasteland before we get to my second man. A good old end of combat wastelands. No one wants the smoke now that I'm playing for the trophy, huh? There we go. Ah, shit. Okay. Storm, huh? Okay. There's a Thoughtseize with 0 follow-up. But what the hell else am I gonna get? I mean, it would basically be Thoughtseize plus like White Orchid Phantom or whatever. I'm keeping it, but I'm cooked. We're gonna go to the sideboard for this one, I think. So you're saying there's a chance. That was the exact kind of hand I wanted to Thoughtseize. I don't really want to draw another Thoughtseize, but I guess it's probably better than a random card in my deck. Yeah, I guess I just have to keep it. At least I can cast a Witch Enchanter next turn or whatever. Just don't have main deck Veil or whatever. Okay, cool. There's a Beseech. Okay. Um so I think I'm supposed to take the Chrome Mox here. Because next turn he could play land, Chrome Mox, Imprint Echo, Beseech, sacking Chrome Mox to get Song of Creation. So I think I have to take the Chrome. It's either the Chrome Mox or the Beseech, I guess. But um I guess in that sense, I should just take the Beseech because there's a lot more mana than there are copies of Beseech. Yeah. Like a Dark Ritual would be just as bad as a Chrome Mox there. Card on top, I don't like that at all. But it's passing the turn, so could be worse. Okay, just something I can cast, please. Thank the Lord. Dodge one more draw step, and I feel at least okay. Not good. Gamble for LED. Discard the LED. Just discard the LED. Damn it. Just brick. Just brick. It's that easy. And then cast the LED. I guess we've seen both echoes, right? What's the last card? The last card was a Beseech. So we're very likely dead, but it's not for sure, for sure. What is that? Veil of Summer. Okay. Tragic. All right. This is not going to be easy. We do not have Deafening Silence, but we have some other stuff, so we'll see how it goes. Let's bring in all these, cut the plows, cut I don't really need another formal wear. Kind of Skyclave. I usually cut like a plains in this matchup. And then I'll cut 3 of the solitudes. Maybe I want prismatic ending. But I should probably have prismatic ending over like an overlord because I'm cutting 4 creatures. But oh, Moto, what's going on? Can I? There we go. I think I should sooner. No, because Ophelia White Orchid is like an important way to lock. I'm gonna cut to one of the overlords. We'll try that. Overlord is a difficult card to find the time to cast. This has no interaction. We're not keeping that. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Put back the Prismatic Vista and hope that Thoughtseize buys us time to White Orchid and do everything else. Jesus Christ. Let's take LED again. I have to take LED because of Echo, but they are gonna be able to beseech for song. He can beseech for song if he wants to. But I just have to take the LED. Dragmar, thank you for the follow. Okay. I mean, I wish you played a land so that I could White Orchid, but I gotta take that LED for oops. Because the Gaia's Will for sure. I guess the Gaia's Will's in their hand, but they could if they find like an LED and echo it or whatever. Fewer LEDs in their deck is a good thing. So now he could, or no, he needs another artifact to beseech for song and then start going off. Please just pass. Just pass. Damn it. I guess that's not horrible. I am still going to White Orchid the Underground Sea here, which feels pretty good. Yeah, I got to do that. It's like, no way this is good, but I also don't want to. I guess it doesn't really matter if I show him I have it. Now we're cooking. I think you still have to force the Chrome Mox to imprint something other than just 0 mana Besiege Fodder. Yeah. Oh my god. LED discarded. Let's go. The gamble. Got punished for the gamble. Yes. So Thoughtseize is good, but this has no follow-up, and I at least have 3 cards that I have 3 0 mana cards that I could draw towards, as well as many more 2 mana spells, but there's no other 1 mana spell that I'm drawing that I'm mulliganing towards other than Thoughtseize. Yeah, I think this hand is just too. This hand sucks too. Eurymachus, thank you. This is like the same problem as the first. I guess at least this one at least has a wastelands. But I have to cross my fingers to get my first turn anyway. Okay. I might have my first turn. Nice. Is there a veil of summer over there? Thinking about it, I don't think we are allowed to respect Veil because we are going to be casting a black card on our next turn anyway, which means that they are going to get to cycle it if they want to. I think if we could cast a white card next turn that was good, then it would at least be a conversation. But I think as it is, we don't have the room to respect it. Cool. Song in their hand is really good. Do I want to get rid of the Brainstorm or the Burning Wish? Probably the Brainstorm here, right? This hand actually kind of sucks ass. And Brainstorm is the only way to fix it. Yeah, we're taking the Brainstorm. Oh boy. It was casting Song. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Overlord. Give me something good, please. Um guess I take recruiter. Yeah. Not what I was looking for, but yeah. Was I supposed to take song there instead of the brainstorm? It doesn't feel like I was supposed to, but I guess he was only um only one mana from casting it. It had to be a green source though. I think it was I guess it was like literally just Lotus Petal, right? Lotus Petal was the only card that cast Song on that turn. Is that right? Because Mox Opal wouldn't do that. They didn't have he didn't have Metalcraft. Chrome Mox doesn't do it because he doesn't have the cards. So I think I literally just had to fade the one Lotus Petal there and didn't. I still feel like I think Brainstorm was the right pick, even though we got punished here. Fetch land wasn't. I mean, fetch land would cast it the next turn, but he only had one land in play at that time, right? Yeah, because he just had the Verdant in play that could have cast the Brainstorm. He had the Badlands in hand, so like that would have cast it the next turn, but not that turn. Yeah, only one song. All right. Just talk with my opponent in chat real quick. Um, yeah, he thinks I made the right choice. And the Lotus Petal was just a brutal draw. Um, so yeah, it happens. One thing I didn't think to bring up, that he just did actually is that when I thought seized him, he was not able to brainstorm in response because the Underground Sea is Tess's only untapped blue source. So once we killed the Underground Sea with that Wasteland, he can't cast the brainstorm off of a fetch land anymore. Lost to Storm and Thunderstorm on top of us. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think it was meant to be. Look, I'm glad that a very bad matchup was this close, honestly. So I'll take it. Bummer to not get the trophy, but hey, we were really close to beating Storm, so I'll take it with no deafening silence in our deck. So that I mean, this is just how it goes sometimes, right? Just like one league goes bad, the other goes great, and you change like two cards, and it's really just the matchups. But that I mean, it felt really good. I'm probably gonna play something like this on Saturday. I mean, the only question might be like if I play the full 4 flutes or if I play something else, but I don't know what the other card would be. So anyway, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. It's been a lovely stream. Let me see really quickly if there's someone to raid, although there usually isn't at this hour. I'm just gonna check real quick. Nope. Nope. Nobody. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great. Say your congratulations, Katie, before it's too late for um getting her sick program at school. Time to go to sleep. Thank you, everybody. I will see you next.